Hi, I finished an Ed Galliard that comes out on the 18th of April, and it's The Amendments by Niamh Mulvey. And it's set in Ireland, and the backdrop is almost the Eighth Amendment, 1983, which gave equal rights to the fetus and the mother. And this amendment was repealed in 2018. And the novel covers that whole period, but it doesn't focus on it. It's there in the background as we have this story of these three women. We've got Bridget, Dolores, and Nell. Dolores was in 1983. She became involved in feminist activism to do with this amendment when it was first being discussed. And the discussions that she had with people involved in the movement, her own feelings, and trying to get her feelings across to her mother, Bridget. We hear about her mother's story as well. And then we follow Dolores through her life, going right up to the present day. The story begins, though, with Nell, who is Dolores' daughter. Nell is in a therapist's office with her partner Adrienne, who's expecting their first child. Adrienne is aware that there are ghosts in Nell's past, ghosts that she hasn't exorcised, traumas she's not addressed. The idea of going to the therapist was to try and resolve some of these issues. And we know from the outset, from the very beginning, that at one point in her life, Nell had been pregnant. And the trauma is so great, so deeply ingrained, that she finds it very, very difficult to connect now with her mother, Dolores, or even to return to Ireland, because they're based her and Adrienne are in London. As the book progresses, we learn more about the different issues around Nell, and around the changes that are going on in Ireland as well, with regard to religion. Nell was, in her youth, she was involved with a religious group of women. They were Hermanas, I think they were called. And this was a group of women who were trying to get teenage girls to embrace the Catholic lifestyle. And it was a movement that was sort of always worldwide almost, because at one point Nell's group went over to Spain. And through this group, she met Martina, who is also, she is in the book. You learn bits about Martina. There's changes as regards Nell's life. The changes in Ireland that are covering same-sex relationships, and the amendment, because that was repealed in 2018. And family life. We followed Nell as she's navigating everything in her life and coming to terms with her trauma, addressing her trauma. And you find out about what her life was, about the pregnancy that she'd had. I liked following Nell's story. There are times when I didn't like her, but I liked watching her journey. But I think I liked Dolores. She was my favourite character, because there's a quiet strength to her. There's a deep heart, a loving woman. I thought Dolores was just a super character. For me, this is a book about forgiveness. I would say that what I took away from this book was forgiveness, forgiving yourself, so that you can move on. So that comes out on the 18th of April. It's a debut novel, actually. The Amendments by Niamh Mulvey. Happy reading. Take care.